Okay, so I don't know what to make of this. I've had my first mow, and I've noticed some problems with this flail mower. And maybe I'll take a little bit of walk with you here. But first, I'm going to kind of show you something here. And some of this is probably my fault. Obviously, first time using a tractor. I don't think my top link is set right. I think I need to tighten this up a little bit because this is not level, as you can see, probably, which is angling this a little higher than I probably want it to. So when I lower this, it kind of digs into the ground. I'll show you what I mean here by that. This is what happens when I have it all the way down. Get a nice little dirt path like this. Now it worked well for me for the purposes of near my trailer, and I need to get around this a little bit better. Adjust my camera here a little bit. So what I don't want right now is this happening at my trailer. If you look underneath here, you got all this growing underneath my trailer, and I don't like that. So I hit this thing really low over here to take out as much of this as I can, and hopefully it'll keep it away. File mower, by the way, can go through this stuff pretty much no problem, apparently. I got as close as I could back here as well. Try to get that near it. And then I did something stupid. So I came around this corner here and I turned the tractor and then I backed up because I wanted to mow this particular section right here. The problem is I backed up too far, lowered the mower back down, and then I did this. So thankfully the mower seems fine, and didn't seem to do any damage, but it's interesting to see that I can do that without any problems. So you'll notice that there's multiple different heights to this grass, because I'm still trying to get the hang of this, and I'm not really too concerned. I mean, I don't live on this land currently. I'm just trying to understand how to get the flail mower to work properly. Now what you'll see here, trying to avoid the people living at their house here, this is how tall. I'm about a foot off the ground, or the camera is about a foot off the ground. You see how tall this grass is. It's actually taller, but it's rained the past few days, so it's getting pretty tough to get through this. Now, let me see if I can show what's going on here. You know, it's kind of funny too. All the weedy stuff that's over here, I'm not having a problem getting through that at all, and I can get pretty low, and it's not causing any issues. But the thick stuff, good luck with that. I'll show you what I mean here. Now granted, I'm going uphill with this too, so maybe that's part of the issue, but I'll try to represent this the best way I can as well. So let me do it here. Yes. On the left is 3 mows. You can still see it's pretty bad. Actually, no, sorry. In the middle is 3 mows. On the left is 2 mows. And on the right, kind of 1.5. I had to raise the mower the second time through. But hopefully you can see a good indication of how much I've got to, how many times I'm gonna have to go over this grass to get it mowed. It's rather frustrating, and it could just be because it's the first time I've tried mowing, the first time I'm really using a tractor, and the flail mower, well, I mean, thing I didn't think about when I bought it, it's a VAM60 from Mech Maxx, if I haven't mentioned that already in this video. The tractor is a 2620 Kioti. That's a 25 horsepower tractor. Well, actually it's like a 35 or 37 or whatever, stepped down to a 25 horsepower. And this being my first purchase, I wasn't thinking. The Mech Maxx flail mower says it requires 25 horsepower, a 25 horsepower tractor. The tractor is a 25 horsepower tractor, so I thought, oh, okay, that's probably fine, right? No, because the thing I didn't think about is I should be thinking of how much power is at the PTO, which I think for this tractor is about 18, 19, something like that. So I screwed up there. Now, using this enough, I know I can use it. I think it's more of a weight thing than a power thing, because this requires, if I remember correctly, yes, 540 RPM to, hopefully you can see that, to run it. This tractor goes, so you got the 540 and 540 there. As long as it's in between there, we should be fine. Now, I did some searching online, and people say I might just have to go slower. I might have to go over multiple times. This is what I'm doing. So I think what's happening is what I think is happening. It's just a little too much mower for the tractor, and obviously the height of this grass is pretty tall. I mean, it is getting it, and I haven't had any problems. I have had to slow down a couple times. I've had to lift the flail mower up a few times to make sure I can get it. But this is the problem I'm having with this thing though as well. I get it level, okay, and up a little bit so I can mow. And then I'm sure you can tell, I'll put this stick back down, it's not level. So what's happening, and I don't know why, is after a few minutes, the this starts to lower. So on this side of the mower, it lowers. I noticed that when I was driving it here too, but I thought, well, no big deal. I'm driving on roads, I'm driving pretty fast, and that's probably why I'm hitting bumps, so it's probably shaking it down a little bit. So I don't know if somebody can tell me how to fix that. Because what I want it to do is, if I put it at level, I want it to stay level, and I never know. So how am I going to be able to figure that out? I got to look at the mirror every once in a while. And what's odd is, when I'm sitting in the tractor, this looks level, and it's definitely not. So I end up with uneven mows. So I don't know if this is going to be easy to tell here. We'll go in an area. Oh, by the way, random thing. This door has locked on its own several times. So now, when I got the tractor, I always have an extra set of tractor keys in my truck because I don't want to deal with that. we'll take another walk here. Let's see if I can show this towards the back of my property. I don't know if I can or not. We'll see. And I'll speed this up so you guys can walk over back. I'm bringing all this further. So here again, for the thing I'm doing, and you're so okay, let's put back property. It's kind of a good indication here. So this is my third mow here, and you can see I'm basically destroying this grass because I'm cutting too low. But you come up a little bit here, the mower started to slow down, so you can tell it's a different height here. So I had to lift up the mower a little bit to get through. So this is 3 mows. Over here is 2 mows. And it got so bogged down when I got to this point that I had to just lift it up, just kind of deal with it. So it is what it is. I think when I get this mowed finally, I'll be fine. And as long as I come in here every week or every other week to get this mowed, we'll be good. And as I get used to the flail mower, by the time it gets to, you know, us actually living on this land, I should be good in terms of actually learning how to mow or knowing how to mow. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to try to come back tomorrow to mow some more now that I've got a little bit more experience with this thing. We'll see. Maybe I can attach the camera to the trailer or the tractor so you can see how well this mows. But yeah, again, so funny enough, pretty tall stuff here. And this is one mow through the weeds. Like just one mow. No problems whatsoever. Thick grass? I don't know.